Hi Scorpios, this is going to be your reading for June 2025. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general reads, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here. I'll move on to traditional tarot and then back to oracle at the end. If I pause at any moment, it's just me trying to feel the energy that I'm feeling. So I appreciate your patience there. All right, let's get into it. So your message for this month is intuition and downloads. Some communication coming in. Hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, and having a sense that beings are visiting you in your sleep are all signs that you're receiving downloads from heaven. When you draw this card, your angels want you to know that the feelings that you are having and the intuitive urges that you have been feeling are divinely inspired. If you feel that you have been having psychic insights into a particular situation or have been wondering if you can trust them, this card is reassuring that you are indeed correct. This is a time when you are able to see, hear, and feel beyond the human senses. Your intuition is becoming stronger, and you are in touch with angels, guides, and other divine beings who are encouraging your growth and connection to the universe. You are a light worker. This means that you have the capacity to bring light to earth through your presence and purpose. Even though you may feel sensitive and overwhelmed, know that your gifts are stronger now and your psychic muscles are moving. You're being encouraged to look beyond what your physical eyes are showing you. You may want to use what you pick up to plan ahead. If so, it's important to keep your mind and energy focused on the best possible outcome. Be aware of any signs or symbols showing up at this time because your angels are sending you important messages that will help you move forward in your life. Call upon them to help you connect deeply with the spiritual vision that is opening within you. All right. I guess your senses are tingling this month, Scorpio, but let's check it out. Let's see what the cards have to say. For my lovely Scorpios. Alright, let me just feel this energy here. Okay, Scorpio, it's good news. It feels like good news, Scorpio, here for you. It feels like there's going to be some resolution for you coming up. I don't know how to say this, but it feels like there's almost like a little bit of, not a test, because I don't really have judgment coming out here, but it feels like that in a way. It feels like it's like, okay, I have to kind of check this. Oh, okay, I have to watch this. I feel like there's some kind of thing that you're going to kind of find out in June. Then you're like, oh, I really need to monitor that or take care of this. Okay, because I just feel like there's something here, some information that you're going to learn. But what this information does is it actually helps you, because it helps whatever this conflict was that you were having here, or as of recently. I know I've done a lot of Scorpio readings, and it feels like we've been kind of moving through some energy for sure. But it just feels like, again, I just want to reiterate, things will be moving forward for you in June. And it's like, I just see this kind of resolution that's happening here as well. Okay. And there's something, maybe there's something spiritually guided in it for you as well. Maybe this is like deepening your spiritual journey for yourself, because I do kind of see that influence here. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can be Taurus energy, but it's kind of higher council. I will get to all of that, but I'm kind of going ahead of myself here. So I'm just going to go back to the very beginning. Okay, I have the Eight of Swords popping up. And the Eight of Swords is this kind of trapped energy. It's kind of this energy where we feel very stuck, where we having, our ideas are kind of all kind of clouded here because we just kind of have these visors on. We're just kind of seeing this situation that's kind of popping up for us here, but we don't know that there are solutions around us because we can't see them, right? Because we have the blindfold on, as this person does in this card. The good thing about the Eight of Swords is they're saying that there's swords all around them to cut themselves free. They just got to feel like those swords are there or those swords are coming in. So there's this energy for you that you have to kind of be like, okay, you know what, solutions are out there for me for this. I just got to allow myself to be able to look for them or find them so I can kind of cut myself free here. So I can take the blindfold off and see clearly what this is kind of all about. I have the King of Swords here popping up. This is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. The King of Swords is someone that is really on top of their mental game. They're very strategic, so they're very plan oriented, they're very communicative here. So you might be dealing with someone that is an air sign there, or you're just asking to step into this power of communication, of strategy, and of plan here, because you might have to start doing that. There might be this plan that you have to start do for yourself or execute in some kind of capacity here moving forward. It just, again, I just feel this kind of, you really got to be like, okay, I got to really step it up a little bit. And that's what I'm just kind of feeling with this energy. It's like, you're like, okay, I got to do more communication. I got to do, I got to be better at communicating things when I'm not feeling right. I just kind of feel like, okay, I got to up my mental game a little bit here as well for yourself. So I do feel that kind of level up happening for you in June, Scorpio. The Four of Cups is another card saying, hey, you have the visors on right now, right? We're just seeing these three cups. We're seeing this situation that's happening in our lives, right? And we're so focused on that, we're not seeing what the universe is trying to actually bring in for us. And I do think you do see it here because I have the Tower in reversed, and I will get to that. But it's just saying that we've been so fixated on this thing that we're not seeing the other offers that the universe is trying to bring in for us, because they already know the timeline of things, of what's going to go down and what's going to happen. And that's a really frustrating stuff for us, because it's like, okay, they can see on the universe side things clearly, see the outcomes of things, because we all have choices, right? But they can see the outcomes of things, but we can't. So we kind of got to just trust a little bit more. We got to kind of trust the universe when they're giving me or you the angel numbers, when they're giving you signs, when you're hearing that ringing, and just trusting that someone is there helping you out, taking care of you here, okay? But this Hierophant energy coming through here, this is higher counsel. I see this on two different planes. On the spiritual plane, I see this as our guides, ancestors, people that are to help us out, connecting spiritually, our spiritual leaders. And then on the earth plane, sometimes this is doctors, psychologists, mentor kind of energy, someone there to mentor us. So some of you might be getting a mentor here coming in the month of June for you, or there might be someone coming in to help. I just get this really helping energy from this Hierophant, which is nice. It is kind of a deeply religious card. I mean, right, the Hierophant is kind of like a pope, or a priest kind of energy, right? So it is saying like this could have a religious tie to it as well, if you do believe in that. But it's just kind of a mentor energy, this kind of spiritual mentor, or this kind of physical plane mentor here for yourself, okay? And I feel very helpful from this person. So someone's going to help you out in that capacity. The Tower in reverse here, which is actually where you want the Tower. You want it in reverse, because it's saying, I always see this card as like, you see the crack in the foundation and you're like, there's a crack in this, I need to fix this before it gets way worse. So it's like you're being shown the crack and you see it and you understand it and you're like, the crack is there, okay, now what do I do? What do I do to fix it? Like, what's my strategy? What's my plan with this kind of King of Swords energy here? And I feel like once you see that little crack and realize that maybe this is not such a big thing, but just like a small crack in the foundation, if you have this kind of like release of like pain or heartache or sorrow that you've kind of been feeling here. There's just something really healing about it, because I just feel like it's just kind of minimal crack, and you're like, oh, that can be easily adjusted, or that can be easily fixed here. And it's going to be a really big end to your conflict that you are having with this Five of Wands in reversed. So I feel really good for you, because it just feels like this sense of relief that's coming in for you in June. And this is energy of being like, okay, now I can move forward. It's like, I understand, I see the crack, now I can move forward, I can fix it, and we can move on and be done with it. It just feels like there's this energy that's been kind of what's that word I'm looking for, like containing you. It's not containing, but it's containing you in a way where you're just like, I'm so focused on this, and it's taking all of my energy, and it's draining all of my energy, and it just feels like by halfway through the month you're finally going to be like, okay, you know, we move on, now we keep on going here. It's going to be an end of kind of all of that pain for yourself here, okay? It's interesting because this King of Cups energy comes out here, which is water sign energy, could be your energy here as well. Just masculine energy, doesn't have to be a male, but it's just talking about more a masculine approach to like our emotions and things like that here. But the King of Cups, I always see on the other cards, they're holding 2 cups, and it's like they're balancing their emotions here. So I feel like in a way you were kind of coming back stronger and coming back in a way to be really balanced in your emotion, or feel this kind of balance coming in. Even if you don't feel like in the beginning of the month, you're going to be like, okay, you know what, I learned a lot from this. I learned about what I was feeling, to trust myself a little bit more, be a little bit more intuitive here as well. There might have been a little bit of shakeups in your family life and in your relationship. I have the Lover's card and the 10 of Cups in the reversed here. So we might have been going through family struggles here as well, or going through relationship struggles. But the 6 of Pentacles here is just kind of saying that there is this kind of helping hand for you. There is this kind of energy of people being here to kind of help you or care for you. And it feels like you're just trying to get yourself back in the play, where you're just like, I just want to be kind of feel like myself again, or back in my energy with this King of Cups here. But I just feel like you're being like, I don't know if you weren't kind of accepting the help before, or you kind of didn't really want to acknowledge it, and that was kind of frustrating some family members, or frustrating your partner or relationship here. But it feels like you're being like, okay, I'm ready for this kind of helping hand to move forward here. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and it's just saying energy wasn't moving in your favor, or hasn't been moving in your favor the last little bit, and that's totally okay. And you're just like, really, it feels like rebalancing all of that with this kind of King of Cups energy, moving to that space where you're feeling good again, where you're feeling stronger again, especially mentally and emotionally. And we have this kind of Ace of Cups at the end of the month of June, where you're just like this breath of fresh air, right? This new emotion. Sometimes this can represent kind of new relationships. This can be just a new emotional feeling, or more like a new emotional fulfillment. You're going to feel like your cup is full again, you know, your emotions, your energy is kind of back where it needs to be. So this whole journey that you're kind of going through in this month, it's just kind of telling you to kind of stick with it, because you were kind of just gaining your energy back again, because you just went through a time with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse that things weren't turning in your favor, going the way that you wanted to here. But there's something great at the very end of this month for you. There's this new emotional beginning. And I think you're going to come back pretty strong from this, it feels like. They're saying like lesson learned in a way, lesson learned. And don't see it as like, why did I have to go through, you know, it's like, why did I have to go all through this to learn a lesson? But that's just kind of what life is kind of all about here, right? Step out of your comfort zone. It's the Moonology energy that got hit. Step out of your comfort zone, right? It's the comfort zone. This Eight of Swords energy is the comfort zone. This Four of Cups, where we're just really focusing on the one situation. We're not seeing that maybe there is this energy out there to help us through this and get us back to this kind of King of Cups moment, get us back to this energy of kind of feeling good again. Pulling from the Starseed Oracle deck here as well. You got two, so I'll read you two. I'll read you two. Alright. You got Fall Into My Arms, which I feel like kind of depicts this energy of this bottom here, this Ten of Cups, this Lover's card in reverse. Surrender, holding opposites extremes of life, right? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Great Mother ushered you in and took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be. They're also really, like, with this kind of the Great Mother, they're also in this information, you might be having dreams about your mother, or something, some kind of motherly energy or motherly figure. They just, while I was reading, they're just like, talk about that. So I'm just going to put that out there for you, you Scorpio. You might be having some dreams about your mother or some kind of mothering energy. That being a human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers oneness of source, but at some time can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad, and when things go well, we make it mean that we are being rewarded, and when things are bad, perhaps we've been doing something wrong. However, we are all here to expand and grow through the extremes of life, and we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome in the highs and lows of the human experience, to let them, I lost my place, of the human experience, and let them make you live a more full life. The agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in an indistinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, your worries, your hurt, your sorrow, your burdens, your doubt, the Eight of Swords here and the Three of Swords in reverse, to lay them on her altar and to fall fully into her arms, and remember that while these extremes are difficult, they may be also magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I truly lived. And that's what we're kind of talking about, this kind of moment for you here. It's like coming back from these kind of depths for yourself, and it's like, yeah, like I feel like this is going to be like a learning, something about like a learning lesson for you, and that's kind of popping up in this energy. You also got big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. The Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins, and they're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn a new thing, or to change the future. You're being called to be the visionary for the planet, King of Swords, to take a breath and shake off what you've been taught about the world and hold a new vision for humanity. You're likely a natural big picture thinker and here to generate ideas for the future, also King of Swords. Here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you and those with enough courage to question the way things have been and to envision new possibilities for the planet. This world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it is divinely guided. The Pleiadians support us in the important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know the decisions that we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and its species. They're calling on you to be the leader for the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, and trust that vision and follow it through with daily action, to dream a new world into being and to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path and to trust a vision before it's a reality. How are you being called to step up and lead? What ideas or creations are you being called to pursue? All right, Scorpio, I'm happy this kind of relief is coming in for you this month, okay? That was your monthly reading. I hope it helped.